Hi everyone, and welcome to the Benson's Pet Center's Hope Grows Here virtual gala for animals. I'm Humane Society CEO Ashley Jeffrey Bouck.
And I'm Greg Aidala, and it's our pleasure this evening to be your hosts. Now that you know who we are, Ashley, more importantly, who's that little beauty that you're holding there?
So this little cutie is Kismet, and Kismet is only 7 weeks old, and we'll be introducing you to some of her siblings tonight. But now, let's get the show started.
That sounds great. Thanks, Ashley. Now, as you might have all heard, we're going through this time with a virus that's around. And that's why we're gathered tonight in front of our computers and not at our regular scheduled gala that was scheduled for earlier this month.
I know, I didn't mind getting dressed up tonight, looking pretty handsome yourself, Greg, but I'm sure you guys are all enjoying being in your PJs at home. We're really excited to get together, even if it's through Facebook, so thank you for joining in on our Facebook page and also Steve Caporizzo's Pet Connection page. Since we're celebrating, let's raise our glasses.
Yes.
And cheers to that. Cheers! Because the animals still need your help. And tonight, you'll have the chance to give to help local animals like Kismet here. The donation link is being posted on our feed. You could go to galaforanimals.com, and we hope you'll be inspired to donate to our mission auction tonight.
That's great. It's so excited. Everyone's excited to be here. All right? Ashley, it's fun to be here, right?
And having a good time.
Come on, it's fun. This is great. But speaking of pet connections, here's a man everyone who loves animal knows. He's an incredible advocate, and we are really super grateful that he's here to have with us tonight via video. So here's WTEN Steve Caporizzo to introduce our first story.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Caporizzo, and this is my beautiful baby Roo. She's all decked out, as you can see, in her gala dress. She was a rescue from New York City. We've had her for 3 years. She was abused and neglected, and she's the best. I'd like to officially welcome all of you to something we have never done before. Its success depends upon you. It's our Benson's Pet Center, Hope Grows Here virtual gala. We will be live for the next hour. This has been a tough year for all of us, and especially rescues and shelters. The Mohawk Hudson Humane Society are truly heroes as our state shut down. They never stopped helping, not only rescuing animals, but helping feed thousands of pets. I have been so honored to be part of them for 30 years. They were with me and Pet Connection from day number one. The new building, built in 2017, is absolutely amazing and can help so many thousands of pets every year. Last year alone, over 7,000 were touched by this amazing place. Over 3,000 adoptions, over 3,000 spay-neuters, over 54,000 meals to help pets. Please give. If you've ever adopted from the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society, please support them as a thank you. If you love animals, look into their eyes and smile and make a donation for this wonderful place that makes a difference every single day of the year. Tonight, we want to share with you one of those many amazing stories, some that most of us will never know about, but part of what happens here so often. Little Marty has had such a rough time in his short life. Unfortunately, he came from a breeder and was very sick. Thanks to the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society, they gave him a chance.
So Marty was brought in by his owner, who got him from a breeder. He was just about 3 months old. He weighed less than 2 pounds when he came in. She didn't feel like she could medically take care of his needs, so she brought him to us. He had puppy strangles initially, which is an autoimmune disorder that makes their lymph nodes swell up and makes it very difficult to swallow or breathe. It makes them lethargic, and it gives them lesions on their bodies. Marty had one on his rear and on his neck that were pretty large. They were about dime size, which on his 2-pound body was huge. I was the one who was at the intake desk when he came in, and we actually thought it was a cat in the carrier until we got into the vet room, and then we realized it was a puppy. So we opened the carrier, and there was little Marty, and I immediately sent a picture to my husband and said, "Can I please take this home?" And he luckily said yes, so we ended up fostering him. So he was on 2 different types of medication twice a day, every day for a while. And you noticed the change in him pretty immediately. So he started acting more like a puppy, started harassing my cats. And, you know, it was really great to see him kind of heal in a steady progression. My husband is huge on weightlifting and on the world's strongest man in particular. And Martins was the world's strongest man at the time, so we named him Martins, but we call him Marty the Mighty. He's wild. He's so great. He has never met an animal or a person that he doesn't like. He'll immediately walk right up to anybody and try to be their best friend. He loves other dogs. He has a bunch of friends in the neighborhood where he lives right now that are dogs, so they all have play groups together, and he lives with 2 pit bulls. We tried to get his adoptive mom to take him from the minute he came in. She had recently lost her very tiny chihuahua, so when he was made available, we let her know, and she was like, "Oh, fine, I guess I have to bring my dogs in." And luckily her dogs, who can be pretty picky with other animals, loved him, so it was a match made in heaven. He's a really great ambassador breed for Chihuahuas everywhere. They have this reputation of being these little ankle biters, but Marty's just the sweetest boy in the whole world, and we're gonna try and convince his mom to do therapy dog training with him so that he can go to hospitals and comfort people.
It's Marty the Mighty. Come on, that's a great
right.
story.
It really is.
Right?
Yeah.
It's great. So what's wild about tonight is Ashley and I'm talking to the camera, but she's sitting across from me. So it's a weird interaction. We really feel like, I kind of feel like I'm with them.
I know.
Right? It's
I
pretty
know.
awesome. But you know, and I know because I'm wondering, I know most people at home are wondering, what's been going on, you know, with the COVID-19 shutdown? How has it affected, you know, the Humane Society?
Yeah, well, Greg, one thing that never has changed is that the animals need us, no matter what, pandemic or not. So our animal and customer care staff have remained essential and cared for hundreds of animals during this time. We've made many changes to keep our staff and the community safe, but the bottom line is that we are here for the animals since the pandemic began. Our foster community has been incredibly supportive, and they have been having dozens of animals in their very own homes, taking care of them as well. We've also found creative ways to conduct adoptions, and more than 300 pets have found their new families since COVID began in mid-March.
Now, okay, so something that the world, is really familiar with now is Zoom, right? Everyone's Zoom this and Zoom that, and I hear that you're Zooming, you know, interviews, you're having those with the pets.
Exactly.
What is that like?
Exactly. I mean, we have Zoom meetings, so why shouldn't the cats? So that is one of our ways that we are meeting online adopters, is that our cats are doing Zoom meet and greets, and the dogs are still having their introductions in person, but we're just outside doing them.
Well, I hope the cats focus on something more than the mouse. Oh, my earbuds just fell, Chris. They just popped. That's a live show for you right there.
Exactly. So if you didn't know we were streaming live, this is definitely not taped.
All right, so let's do this. So you have a big announcement.
Yes, because you know we're all here tonight for the animals, and our friends at Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti have come forward to make your gifts go even further tonight. So here's Paul Harding with the details.
Hi, my name is Paul Harding, and once again, thank you for joining us this evening at the virtual gala for the Mohawk-Hudson Humane Society. What we're going to be doing now is Martin Harding Mazzotti wants to put up $3,500 as a matching sponsor. So for every dollar that you put will be doubled up to $3,500, and just super critical. Every year, that we raise as much money as we can. And this year is, for all the obvious reasons, we know that we've got to just really have a great virtual gala in order for things to continue going and all the important work that's done at the Humane Society. Right, Toby? Right? He agrees. Thank you.
That is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And thanks to Paul and Martin Harding and Mazzotti, my friend Paul Harding, I actually have correspondence with today. Thanks so much. You guys are really super involved, and that's really great to hear. And now is the time, folks, right now, because every gift up to $3,500 will be doubled. That means, obviously, your $25 donation will now be $50, and your $100 will now be $200. All you have to do is just click on the link that's in the feed below, and you'll securely make your donation of any amount online. And really, truly, every gift does matter here at the Humane Society to the homeless pets.
Yes, I mean, that's absolutely right. And you know, Greg, we're incredibly grateful to the many local businesses who care so deeply about our mission. At the top of that list is our title sponsor, Benson's Pet Centers. Frank Kramer and his team are always here for us and the animals in our community. Whenever there's a need, their answer is always yes. And if you're not visiting Benson's for your pet food supplies, you're missing out, because their staff is so helpful and knowledgeable, and especially about pet nutrition. So Frank and team, we cannot thank you enough.
That's, well, I bet they like kittens too. Like the one that you're holding now, Ashley.
Yes,
You know, who's
this one. So this one I am
Beautiful.
holding is Gamora. So Gamora is also part of the same litter as Kismet that you met earlier. And soon she and her siblings will either be spayed or neutered. They'll get their vaccinations and be ready to go on to their forever homes. We've had a lot of interest about kittens and cats on our website. So we've got quite the waiting list right now. We ask everyone just to be patient, keep checking in on our Facebook page right here and our website, and we'll let you know when we have many to go home to their forever homes. So speaking of our caring community of supporters, we'd like to acknowledge now Martin Harding and Mazzotti, Lorraine Clark Sierra, Goldstein Auto Group.
Also, at this moment, we'd like to thank Frank Adams Jewelers, thank you very much, KeyBank, Denalo Kelleher Wealth Management, Finger Paint, the University at Albany Foundation, and the Walter Berizniak Family Foundation.
Capital Bank, Danable and McKee, Upstate Veterinary Specialties, Marvin and Company, Curtis Lumber, and of course, our amazing video and production teams from Riverway Media and Filmworks 109. A special shout out to Lorraine Clark Sierra and all her beloved kitties.
This is the slide. Oh, we're doing the honorary? Oh, forgive me. I'm sorry. Is this the slide right now?
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
No. Yep.
Sorry?
Oh, so we'd like to have a special thanks to our honorary chairs, Billy Joe Newman and Frank Adams Jewelers, and all our honorary committee members. Truly a lot of great organizations and great people on those lists. Thank you so much.
Wait, hold on a sec. I'm sorry. Was that just dead air for all that time on that live? No? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. It's great. I couldn't hear. Sorry. But now, Ashley, I've learned this about the program, and I was blown away. This adoption program that allows pets at the end of their life's journey to know the love of a family in a real home. So take a look.
There is a wonderful new program at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society. It's called the Crossroads Program. When I heard about this, I was so excited because to me there is nothing better. Sometimes there are pets that come to a shelter that may be very old or sick. Their time may be limited. I truly think adopting or fostering these pets is the most rewarding thing you can do. This program started earlier this spring is all about love, all about making every day the best. Compassion beyond compassion. Here is Casey Campbell to tell us more about the Crossroads program.
My name is Casey Campbell. I am the Animal Logistics Manager here at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society. In March of 2020, we started a new program. We call it the Crossroads Program, and it is for animals that have medical conditions that we couldn't possibly adopt them out regularly. So they are on the last leg of their journey. They do have some time left, maybe 3 to 6 months or so. And we feel that these animals deserve to know love in a comfortable home. So I met Cross in October of 2019. He had an inoperable prostate tumor. The vets decided he probably had about 2 months or so to live, and I thought, I need to be his mom. He needs to know love, and he needs to be in my home. So they were correct. He did have about 2 months to live, but he had the best 2 months ever. It was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done in my life, and I knew that he deserved a legacy. So the Crossroads program was born here at Mohawk Hudson Humane Society. Our first member of the program was Meg. She was a sweet 10-year-old kitty. She had chronic anemia, and at first they couldn't figure out why she was anemic, and then they determined she had an abdominal mass. So it was also inoperable, as was Cross's, and we thought, well, she's the perfect poster girl to start this program off. She was adopted within 3 days of being available. I received over 60 emails to people that were interested in the Crossroads program, and one of the women that emailed me, Kaylin, came in, met her, fell in love with her, and adopted her. We have since received so many updates about Meg, and she's actually thriving in the home. The love and comfort that she's getting from her new mom is actually helping prolong her life. So we're not trying to be heroes here. We are not going to put an animal that possibly is suffering or has a mere 2 weeks left in somebody's home and break their heart. We are sending out animals that are still happy and healthy, but we know that the prognosis for long term is not good. And we will help when it comes to the last leg of their journey being finished. We will help, because that's what we do.
Hey everyone, my name is Kaylin and this is Meg. She is a terminally ill kitty, but she doesn't act like one.
This is Meg just being her adorable little self. She loves her bed, and she has totally claimed what used to be my favorite blanket.
Meg is an amazing kitty, and I am so honored and blessed that I had the opportunity to adopt her from the Crossroads program. She is doing so well, and I could not love her more. Thanks everyone. Thank you Mohawk Hudson Humane Society for everything that you do. You guys are phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Say bye. Bye, Meg.
I'm not crying. You're crying. You know you are.
I know. I mean, it's an extraordinary gift to give to an animal, and I'm so proud that we've been able to bring this program to life. So far, we've had 4 pets find their way home through Crossroads. So while the rest of you are dabbing your eyes, let's take a look at what's been happening in the shelter over the past couple of months.
Aw. I'll tell you something, Ashley. There's a lot of love enjoying that video. And I have to say, it's very clear that you and your staff have a great rapport and you really love what you're doing. Because I've gotten to know you folks just in the past 6 months. And when people had found out, or I made mention that I was part of tonight's gala, thankfully, to be part of it, there's so many people that are connected to the Humane Society. And all greeted with smiles.
Yes.
So, now moving forward to where we're at now, can you tell us more about other services that are being offered? You know, how are things being run? You know, have your pets spayed or neutered?
Exactly, because I mean, we've been here all along, but we haven't necessarily been open like we used to be. So we're slowly resuming the spay and neuter program and our wellness appointments, both here at our Menands Animal Care Center and also at our Saratoga Clinic. We're also increasing animal intake. So we can't wait to get back to something a little more normal, so we'll be able to welcome back the community into our buildings. So folks can follow us right along on our Facebook page and our website to look for updates.
Well,
one of the programs though that really just exploded though during this time and that we're particularly proud of is our Furry Friends Pet Food Pantry. This is sponsored by GOLDSTEIN Auto Group. This is a program that helps keep pets with their families as they face hard times. It's always been available, but during COVID, we've definitely seen a huge increase. In partnership with GOLDSTEIN, Benson's, and also Greater Good, we have been able to distribute nearly 80,000 pounds of food to pet owners, other animal groups, and human food pantries as well. The GOLDSTEIN family is one of our most dedicated partners, and they also sponsor our Empties for Animals, which is back up and running, by the way. So if you have been holding onto your bottles and cans, which we appreciate that so many of you have, please bring them on down to Menands, to our care center. On top of it all, they adopt us as their charity of choice for Subaru's Share the Love program. Here's Erin Butler, General Sales Manager, and Stephanie Goldstein, General Manager, to share an amazing gift for the animals this year.
Hello to all of our friends at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society. The GOLDSTEIN Auto Group is very excited to be part of this year's first ever virtual Gala for the Animals.
On behalf of Subaru of America and GOLDSTEIN Subaru, we are proud to announce this year's Share the Love event raised $41,965 for the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society. This will help your support life-saving work for hundreds of animals in these challenging times.
Thank you to all your hardworking volunteers. Thank you for being such an important part of our community. But most of all, thank you, Mohawk Hudson, for all you do for our furry friends.
You know, that really truly is incredible. You know, thanks so much to the Goldstein family and families, you know, such as the Goldsteins that give back so much and help keep amazing organizations like the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society going, especially in hard times. So truly, our warm thanks to you all.
Yes, and folks, our next story truly gets to the heart of what I'm so proud to say our organization is all about. When you have a team like ours that is truly skilled and relentlessly compassionate, working together towards a shared commitment to do our very best for every animal that comes to us in need, here you go.
This is a story of one dog, but it represents hundreds of others that find their way to the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society in dire need for rescue, care, rehabilitation, and love. Now, I've known this lady for so many years, my friend Nancy Haynes. She is one of my heroes. She has seen way too many abused and neglected animals over the years. This is a story of Baby Bear, a story of survival, a story that would not have a happy ending without the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society.
Baby Bear came to us when he was about 13 weeks old, and we knew from the police officer that was involved with his case that he was taken from his owners because he was severely abused by the 8-year-old child that visited the home. He was actually being kicked in his side and strung up by a wire that the kid was using as a leash. So when he came to us, he obviously was terrified. You could not touch him, you could not get near him without him attempting to bite. While he was with us, we did notice that he was pretty significantly visually impaired. We also had learned that he had a pre-existing seizure condition, and he was also taken away from his mother too young. Along with all of his medical issues, what we had determined was that he likely had a traumatic brain injury, a TBI. So that was the reason for a lot of his cognitive problems. So I took him into the office, and within a day or two, I noticed that he was starting to make a connection with me and that he was excited and happy in my presence and, would come to me. And I knew after a day or two that he wanted to make the progress and we were gonna commit to him to finding him a good home. One of his biggest issues behaviorally was that he would always go after your feet because feet to him were the enemy. So the minute he would put his mouth on you inappropriately, he would get a timeout. And we got him to the point where he would know the difference between putting his mouth on you versus putting his mouth on a toy in an appropriate way. So that was a huge stepping stone for him. Even though he was pretty cognitively impaired, he learned how to sit, he learned how to touch, he learned to come to his name. He would squeal with excitement when he would see you in the hallway or when you would come to his kennel. So when he was finally ready to be adopted, I knew I was going to have a hard time letting him go, but we knew we needed somebody with patience. We knew we wanted somebody who ideally had another dog because that's really how he started to understand the world and I think really contributed to his happiness. He loved other dogs, so he was involved in a lot of play groups. His family actually contacted us because they have a cat that has a traumatic brain injury. So when they saw his story, they thought that we've dealt with this, we know some of the limitations, and we want to try and help him. They also had an elderly Boston Terrier, and they came down to meet him several times here. He really just adapted to this family so well, and they are amazing people for taking him on. He's not an easy dog, but I know well worth it. They have just made his outcome even better than I would have ever thought.
We adopted Bear a year ago. We didn't plan on adopting a dog with disabilities, but it was meant to be. Adopting Bear has been rewarding for our whole family. My children have seen how their love and kindness can change a life. We are so grateful for Mohawk Hudson Humane Society saving Bear and for Nancy's love for him when he grew there. So he's definitely in his forever home.
Hi, Paul Harding back. Well, you're going to see a link below this, and it is the link to the matching gift. Just to recap that, we're putting up $3,500, and so we're going to double everybody's gift up to $3,500, and hopefully we combine that for a $7,000 donation. We need time to sort of running out. The gala's moving along here, and just want to give you a little bit of encouragement to do that. And again, it just means so much, not only to our friends here, but also to the organization as a whole and all the work that all the people who work there do. So critical time. Please click that link and thank you again.
Check this out.
So Marty, Meg, and Baby Bear, theirs are 3 of thousands of precious lives and remarkable happy endings that happen every year thanks to your support. Please join us now and help us raise more money and create more happy endings as we carry out our mission to enrich the lives of animals and the people who love them.
That is so true. And Ashley, this is Nebula, by the way, everyone. People meet Nebula. Super cool. I think he's a superhero. And remember that my brother Stephen would love this little guy. Remember, your donation will be matched right now up to $3,500 thanks to our friends Martin Harding and Mazzotti. Just go to galaforanimals.com. Just click on the link in the feed to make your secure donation online. The Humane Society, remember folks, it's not funded by any municipality or any national organization. Truly, they rely on your good hearts to help them through any time, and especially now what's going on in the world, and they're most definitely appreciated.
Yes, we appreciate every single gift, and we will put your gift to good use and give the best care to our animals. So we've already started receiving some donations, and Greg and I are going to read off some of the donors who have also given us some messages as well. So I'm going to kick it off here with Star-Lord, and we're going to thank Mary Moore. She says, thank you for protecting the precious animals who come through your doors in need of love and care. Thank you very much. Our board member, Tom Mackey, his gifts in memory of his mom, Barbara Mackey. Ellen, I enjoy donating to you as a tribute to my mother, who always gave you yearly donations. Thank you, Ellen. Wilfred, in memory of Cookie and Tommy. Tara, thank you for being wonderful humans. Thank you. Kathleen, in honor of our beloved cargo.
Oh, and Nebula says, thank you to Jean Pascucci. Thank you for all that you do. Kathy and Robert Stellman. Kimberly Campbell, Joanne Nunziato, and Roanne Fain. Thank you very much.
Yes, and keep the donations coming. It is truly our privilege and honor to protect animals like Star-Lord here, and your support helps us provide the very best care to them on their way to their forever homes. Thank you for being with us here tonight and letting us go live and work with animals. So we can't wait to actually see you again at the shelter soon. Thank you so much.
Really great stuff. So what should we do? Let's give a cheers to everyone?
Yes.
Can we do that? And thanks, I'd like
cheers.
to make a thank you to, it was a pleasure meeting Ashley and your great staff here.
Thank you.
And thank you to Marguerite and all the staff that has truly been kind to me to share special nights like this. Yes. And I really hope it's a great success. And thanks for everyone for tuning in and keep supporting the fine folks here right in the Capital District.
Thank you. All righty. Cheers.
Cheers.